Walk on YouTube, you know it's your boy Click, and I'm gonna be telling you guys some juicy stuff today, man. This is the truth. This is the stuff they ain't gonna tell you. They being Kristen and Reafe, man. Like that movie, man, you guys gotta stay tuned for this. Guys, if you're new here, hit subscribe, turn on post notifications, drop a like, comment. Let's get right into it, man. Guys, like I said in my intro, there is a lot of stuff that they don't tell you, and it seems like more than it is. It seems glamorous and it seems all this and that and the third, but let me tell you, that movie was one of the hardest things I had to film in my life. Let's also keep in mind we did that in 24 hours, and I'm talking about straight. We Some people slept here and there. Like I'm talking about, my back was aching, we were freezing. Like it's just stuff you don't expect, right? Like just the first part of it was getting there. It was a little bit of a drive because we're going out into the middle of nowhere. We were told to get there for a certain time. You know, the camera crew didn't arrive on time with us, so we were there. Just vibing. Scoping out the place. So we got there. I would say at like 12 noon ish, and just that first scene alone, and I want to pull it up here for you guys to see, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like this scene right here, okay? We were out here. I think this is the longest scene, to be honest, because we're all fairly new. We're not actors. We're not professional actors. Um, this scene I would say took maybe, I don't know, 1 to 1.5, maybe 2 hours. I'm not. I don't want to like go crazy in saying that, but just because we were all new and getting used to it, we're trying to find the right lighting, stuff like that. And as you can see, I'm in a winter jacket, so it's not warm out there. We were freezing, and every take, like man, I'm telling you, man, this movie thing, it's crazy. I don't know how these professional actors. I guess they get paid millions to do it, and that's why they do it, or thousands, whatever. But just being out here, everybody had their own take, right? So Nevs went, Cyan went, I went, Mama Joan went, D'Lo went, Mahela went, Malik went, and then we all had it from a different angle. And then Kristen and Reafe went too. So we were there for a long time, right? And again, we're not actors, so we're gonna mess up in lines here and there. So that took a little while. We were freezing, right? That's just the first scene. There was like at least I think at least 20 scenes, and I might be like really undershooting with that one. So that was just the first part. Now at this point, I'm like super happy because we're inside, right? We did the first. We actually did scenes backwards. I didn't know that's how movies work. I didn't really, understand that you can shoot the end at the start if it's more convenient for like the directors and stuff. Like I guess that's why movies take that long to finish. So we're inside, it's cool. This wasn't a bad part of the scene. I think this wasn't a bad scene. We did it fairly quick. We were good with this one. And then we moved on to the next one. What did start to happen, sorry, by the next scene that you're gonna see is we were starving. Like, thank God we had catering with us and everything was good. Shout out to Mahela for that. But we were starving. It's been a long. At this point, it's like 4 hours because now we have to take up all our stuff again and move back around. And get an order. There's, as you can see in this scene, if you remember in the movie, there's entering from outside, there's entering in the hallway, and there's entering here. So just imagine, and people have lines in this part too, right? So you're coming in, somebody might say the wrong thing, we have to go back outside again. This is just the first camera angle, right? Now we're coming to the second, and now the third in here. So in here was okay, but coming in, it was hard, man, guys. It's hard work, and again, as I said, 24 hours. So the movie came out great, thank God, and all that, but that's just a part of it, right? So I'm gonna talk to you guys about the next scene. Now, other than the first one, I did have another scene where I think like I thought I was gonna die, and I'm gonna be showing you guys that one next. So this scene, guys, this scene looks like a simple scene. We're inside. This was actually not the cold experience one. I just realized that this one comes next. I thought I'd talk about this one. We're inside, and it's just a Ouija board scene, right? But again, everybody has different lines. The amount of times I had to get up out of my seat, sit back down, get up out of my seat, and replay that same move again. It was crazy. And I think maybe for professional actors this might not be as challenging, but just because we're novices, like we're amateurs in this, like the rest of us really, it's harder to get it right and get back exactly what you did the first time, because the first time you'll probably react the way you want to react, but at this time in the day we're tired, we're hungry, you know we're napping here and there throughout the scene, throughout the movie, or throughout the day. And it's like after you react the first time, you're like, all right, I got that good, and then you're like, oh shit, I have to do it again. So that's where the challenges really came in, right? Like, as I said, man, shout out to actors, because this is tough. It's not an easy thing to do. Okay, so this is the next scene I was talking about that was hard as hell. Now, we might look tired here, and if we look tired, it's because we are tired, cold. Just think about it. It's dead. It's dead night. It's dead in the night now. It's winter. There's nowhere that's warm outside, no matter how many jackets you have on. And it's not like we're sprinting outside or we're snowboarding, so we're not really keeping warm. We're just walking back and forth and trying to do this scene. And again, we have multiple takes because there's different angles. This by far was the toughest, because at this point, I don't think I had eaten. I think I ate a little bit at this point, but again, you don't want to eat too much because you're still working pretty much, right? Like, this is what it was. It was a job that day. Like, hats off to Kristen and Reafe. Like, they were really good at putting this together, and we had to put in work too. So at this point, we're outside. It's nighttime. We're having scenes. I think the scene in general took at least a half an hour. Um, it was rough, man. My face was frozen. My lips were frozen. As you see, my hands are in my pockets at this point. So we would take a break, stand there, we're like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. This is how it's supposed to look, and we go back to it. Like, by far, this was the hardest scene for me. And as I said, I was tired at this point. Not the most, but this one, guys, this one's an honorable mention. As you see here, this is my hand on Malik's shin. That was actually a slap, if you remember from the movie. So just imagine, and it was a hard slap because I was trying to, really get into character where, like, I think this nigga's dying. So I'm like trying to slap him to shake him up, to be like, yo, what happened? You know what I mean? Because I don't want that to happen to me. So my character slapped him once, and obviously there was many takes of that same slap. So just imagine in action movies when you're getting punched, or so I guess some stunt doubles, are probably good. They're professionals, right? So they do this, but you're doing this over and over, guys. So at some point, it's just like, damn, my shin's a little sore, bro. Like, here you have me hiding in a bathtub. Now let me tell you, man, the first step that I stepped into that tub, it's after 12. It's after midnight. The first step I stepped into this tub, I slapped my elbow off the tub. We had to wait like 15 minutes for that shit to cool off, because I thought that shit was broken. So right there and then, I'm tired. Just slapped my funny bone off the freaking tub, and I'm there sitting. The shit's ringing, and now I have to sit and curl in this tub, and it's cold. So that's another thing. I know I'm saying it's cold, but I have to stress it, because we're in and out. We have scenes outside. We have scenes inside. It's not like the house is heating up. So that tub was cold as shit, and I'm in there laying with a t-shirt on, like it's all good, you know what I mean? So it was hard. That was a hard scene. At that point, I know I was tired. Kristen was tired as hell too. We're all tired at this point, you know what I mean? I know too that I was saying in my reaction video, like, the house is creepy and stuff. Like, it really was creepy, because if you really look back at it, and I'm gonna pull up a picture or two, but the rooms were awkwardly small. Like, I don't know what this house was invented for. And even in the woods, there were like these, like, they looked like dream catchers, but gigantic dream catchers. I wish I had a picture of those ones to show you, but I'll just talk about the room. Yeah, like, look at this. Um those doors are not tall. That bed is pretty short. And all the rooms were like this in that house. And there was about, I just want to, I think there's like three rooms upstairs or four. And even the smell, like, this scene really would get you, anybody in character, even if you're not an actor, like, because that place was super creepy, super dusty, just like you guys heard during the movie, like. And it smelled weird. Like, it smelled like, I'm not saying anybody got killed here or nothing like that, I'm not saying that, but it smelled like cleaning agents that were used like to cover up a crime. Like that's how bad that place smelled, in my opinion. Like I would never sleep here. I didn't nap. I can say that for a fact. I don't think Kristen or Reafe. Who else would I say? I think everybody else probably took a nap except for us three. I would say because I could not sleep. I'm a person. I'm not a person that can sleep in public, and to me, this place was public. Like it was so weird. Just the feeling of it was just weird. You know what I mean? But all in all, guys, I would say like it was a great experience. I'm actually like happy I was a part of it. It was definitely rough, as I said, 24 hours, and I'm pretty sure it was less than 24 hours because I said 12 12 noon is when we pretty much got there, and we left maybe by 11:10 the next day. So it was a little less than that. So we were literally going the whole time. It was cold at certain parts. We um had to take naps. So some of us had to take naps. We ate here and there, and you don't want to eat too much because because you've been working, you're cold, your body's using up its heat. You want to sleep at this point. So if you ate too much, you'd want to go right to bed for a long time. So everybody had to take a nap here and there and get up for their scene, you know. But it was a really cool experience, and shout out to Kristen and Reafe for having me there. I definitely appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes video too, and don't forget to sub to the channel, turn on post notifications. I'll be dropping a lot of reaction videos for you guys, man. I appreciate the views. Thanks, guys. See ya.